what if man evolved the wrong way? What if we evolved to the point where we became apex predators way too fast? What if man came into contact with a parasitic fungi that accelerated his evolution and mutations to the point of monstrosity? To the point where he would capsize the evolutionary chain. A predator that would, by all means, by all laws of natural selection and Darwinism, would become the top of the food chain. The only problem is he becomes a monster who's put to an evolutionary halt at the same time. And he devolves into something so monstrous that there's no human left at all. He becomes this. The creature known as Cthulhu from the Relic. This thing's a dude. This thing is a fucking dude. That's a man, y'all. That's a man. Imagine men become that. Alright? This is like, what if science and ancient religion / ritual go horribly wrong? The melding of those two results in an abomination of the highest or lowest order. That's what you get in the Relic. I haven't seen science go this horrendously wrong since Splice, which I will make a video on because that thing is filthy, y'all. This monster is one of the most vicious, diabolical creatures in movie history, with one of my favorite designs in movie history. And the thing about it is, its origin is weird, but the purpose he was created for is even weirder. All right? When the Relic came out, it wasn't liked by that many people, if we're being real. Most of the criticisms, it was based on a novel, and it deviated from that novel a lot. The criticisms you'll hear of the movie is, it's nothing like the book. For the most important parts anyways, it's nothing like the book. It's got pacing issues, and yes, I will agree with that. This movie doesn't even know what pacing is. Slow burn doesn't describe what the fuck this movie is at all. And the creature, and the way it results, and the way it ends, it's very disappointing for a lot of fans, especially with the lighting and the fact that you don't see the creature half the time, which I disagree with. These are the primary issues with the movie. And, you know, lackluster character development as well on top of that. This movie wasn't liked by a lot of people. If you see the ratings, it's not that, there's nothing too great. I'll be honest here. I do like the characters, the main two characters. Are they developed enough? No. Their relationship, not that they needed to be in a romance at all, because they're not really a thing in this movie, but it's like a will they, won't they? But I like these two characters. In fact, I think maybe I'm biased here because sexy librarian woman with glasses who look like prime Nicole Kidman with glasses, they do it for me. Maybe I'm not the only one, y'all, right? Right? But the third act is what you're looking for, if you're looking for monster creature featureship. This has one of the most brutal, violent, vicious monsters ever, with my favorite practical design, maybe ever. That's not true, but it's like top 10. Top 5 at least. Cthulhu. If our evolution was to become sporadic and fast and rapid, and we were influenced by other creatures in the world, we might become this thing, y'all. The way this is designed to make you shit yourself, essentially. Cthulhu in this film is fast, strong, and I mean strong. He tears humans apart like they're nothing. He goes for the head and consumes the hypothalamus because of specific hormones found within the fungus that created him. As long as he keeps consuming that, he'll live. As soon as he gets no more of it, he'll start to weaken, tire out, and die. So he needs that hormone. He's a creature that's stuck in this cycle where he needs to kill, rip your head off, consume the hypothalamus. He doesn't consume like blood and shit. He doesn't eat meat. He wants hypothalamus. The only way to do it is to tear fucking heads off. Go for the head. And you don't want this creature going for your head. Its mouth is made to destroy and molest your entire spinal column. That's one of the worst ways to go out, y'all. Cthulhu is basically a man that through the course of being influenced by this parasitic fungi that alters the evolution of every animal comes across, you become a perfect apex predator. But the man loses all human traits, speech, rationality, empathy. It becomes driven solely by hunger for the specific hormone. I think it's thymosin, whatever the fuck. It's an addiction that makes it dependent on killing. So it's gotta kill everybody. The way it's designed, it's meant to be like an evolutionary dead end. My apologies, there's an ice cream truck outside. I swear these are child predators in disguise. Trying to lure children with ice cream. Leave, get out, now, leave, please, leave the street. Oh, I don't know what to do. Stop! Go molest children elsewhere, you fucking fiend. Cthulhu can't reproduce, he can't build a society or adapt. to complex environments. It's designed to survive and kill everything, be the apex predator, but it can't develop further. So it's like, it's the peak of evolution gone completely wrong to the point where it can't evolve anymore. It's like a curse, all right? Now, why was it created? Oh my God, this thing is gonna keep going on. This ice cream truck is still gonna keep fucking going on. Fucking piece of shit. Nobody's coming! Alright, ice cream truck man's gone, thank God. I think he saw my presence and left. Had to run the fuck out of there before I destroyed him. Why was this creature created? Here's where it gets fucked, alright? The tribe created the ritual brew, this parasitic fungi soup that they would give men who would evolve into these monsters over time. They gave this brew as a way to manufacture a god-like predator that they'd worship, essentially. This had a very specific cultural function, alright? They needed a monster to worship and then slay. This is a huge part of this tribe. It's like this weird African Cthulhu tribe's culture, okay? The Cthulhu tribe had a ritual cycle. They would transform one of their own into the Cthulhu beast, worship it as a deity or protector, and then once it becomes too dangerous, they would band together and destroy it. This was cyclical, okay? This cycle created a ritualized system of fear and dominance, almost like controlled chaos to unite the tribe. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're going to create a problem. We're going to create a god that we worship, and then it's going to get evil. And as the culture degenerates, as the society degenerates, and as this creature degenerates into an evil, mindless beast, then the society has a perfect incentive to join together like they never have before. Become one and defeat it, therefore creating a better community out of it. Very, very interesting way of doing things. In their belief system, creating and conquering the monster was a symbol of power, order, and rebirth. In the film, the anthropologist, at the beginning, brings the fungus and artifacts back to the Chicago Museum, unknowingly reawakening this ancient cycle somewhere else. And the DNA-altering brew survives across centuries, waiting for another victim to complete the transformation. It's almost like it's its own sentient organism, waiting to create another one of these absolute apex predator beasts. I'm telling you, this would have been perfect for the Yautja to fight and hunt. Imagine the Yautja got a hold of this brew and they're like, oh fuck, we can take this and use it on some of the prey of ours and turn them into absolute animals, beasts, killing machines. This is perfect. They'd have a party with this, bro. This is perfect for a goddamn predator hunt. These two need to fight. These two need to fight. Somebody's got to use AI, make a short film where Cthulhu from the Relic fights a predator. One, it has a lot of similarities to another science fiction concept, the pathogen from the Alien series that Ridley Scott and his team created in the movie Prometheus. This pathogen basically accelerates evolution and mutation to the point where it creates monstrous forms, right? If a human gets into contact with it, it turns into this, it infects them, turns them crazy, and turns them into a beast that kills everything and can't really reproduce. Worms turn into like space cobras when coming into contact with a pathogen. Very similar to the way the fungus works in the Relic. But when the process of the pathogen is refined and experimented on in a specific process, it can create a perfect organism like the xenomorph that can replicate and reproduce, right? It's not just a mindless beast that gets put to an evolutionary halt. What happens if the parasitic fungus in Relic also goes through a similar refinement process? What happens if someone, through the course of experimentation, creates a chain of events where we create a being with a new biology that can self-replicate and truly can become an apex predator that doesn't need to maybe live and die on the basis of hypothalamus hormones, that could reproduce and not just be mindless? That's a scary future, y'all. That would be the true pinnacle of evolution gone fucking wrong. Or maybe right. Maybe at that point, natural selection will take its course and humanity will be wiped off the plane of existence by those beings. That is what makes the Relic's creature so scary. It's a fractured mirror of us. Not really, to be honest. It's basically what happens when science and religion goes terribly fucking wrong. Those are my thoughts on the being from Relic. One of my favorite creatures in movie history. I love the way the monster is. It's vicious, it's terrifying, and I think that Relic movie is very underrated. I think you should give it a watch. The movie and these concepts of evolution remind me of another creature from the Alien series that doesn't get touched upon a lot, whose life cycle actually, it might be superior to the xenomorphs, alright? And that is the neomorph. I made a whole video on it. You can check that out over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.